And we welcome you to Tucker Coliseum here in Russellville, Arkansas, as we are set for the men's game featuring Southern Nazarene and Arkansas Tech. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. James Hill here on the call with you this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, and what should be a great contest between these two teams. Southern Nazarene, the number 15 team in the country, coming in with a 12-2 record, 5-1 in the GAC. They take on an Arkansas Tech team that, probably a surprise to some, is struggling some this season. 2-10 overall, 0-6 so far in the GAC. Just have not gotten off on the right foot, and probably something a lot of people would not have guessed so far this season. But as you know, in college basketball, anything can happen, and every game in the GAC is a tough game. And it will be no different today as Southern Nazarene back on the road against Arkansas Tech. They're going to go through the starting lineups real quick. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back getting you ready for tip-off between SNU and Arkansas Tech. Starting five coming at you here today between Arkansas Tech and Southern Nazarene. First for Arkansas Tech. Starting at forward, a junior out of Arcola, Mississippi, number 1, Ramses Sandifer. Starting at guard, a senior from Vernon, Florida, number 3, Alex Brown. Starting at guard, a senior from Andover, Kansas, number 10, Will Adler. Starting at guard, a sophomore from Forest City, Arkansas, number 11, R.J. Glasper. And starting at guard, a junior from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, number 15, Josiah Thomas. For SNU, same lineup that we saw last weekend. It's the same one today. The point guard, number 3, Micah Spate, the junior out of OKC, starting for the 15th time this season. A senior guard out of Mansfield, Texas, number 15, Zach Johnson. A junior wing player from San Antonio, number 25, Jonathan Dunn, leading scorer on this team. Back in the lineup, making his third start, a senior forward from Bryan, Texas, number 22, Quaylen Newton. And finally down low, the big man, a 6'11 senior from Hutchinson, Kansas, number 32, Noah Starkey. We are set for tip-off. It's going to be Sandifer and Starkey set to get this game underway here in Russellville. And it will go to Quaylen Newton. And Southern Nazarene will start with the basketball. Zach Johnson has it at the wing. It goes to Starkey. He'll move it around to Spate. Spate at the wing goes to Dunn. Dunn, nice pump fake, goes inside to Starkey. Oh, a good, nice little pass there to Quaylen Newton for the lay-in, and SNU leads 2-0. Back the other way comes Tech. Sandifer, a corner from the three, no good. Rebound's going to come out to Noah Starkey, and SNU back on the move. It'll be Spate with it. Spate passes it to Newton. Newton mid-range jumper way off the mark there. Long rebound going to come down to Adler. Adler works around to Glasper. Glasper to Thomas, and Thomas will hand it off to Brown. Brown gets it tipped away there by Newton. Brown now will drive. Brown going to go up. Tough shot. Gets it to lay in the fall. And we're even at 2 apiece here early on. Spate back the other way. They'll get it to Newton. Newton going to hand it off to Zach Johnson. Johnson to Spate. Spate going to take his first three-pointer. It's good. Micah Spate buries it from 3. And SNU now on top 5-2. Back the other way. Glasper with it. Glasper going inside. Brown. Fadeaway jumper gets it to fall. They got the switch they wanted with Zach Johnson on Brown. The 6'3 Brown had the size advantage on the 6-foot Johnson. Tough fadeaway, though. And not an easy shot. I think Southern Nazarene will take that most of the time. Spate with it, going to come off a screen from Starkey. They'll get another one from Starkey. Spate going to go to Johnson. Johnson to Quaylen Newton. Newton to Jonathan Dunn, 10 seconds. Dunn going to step into a three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Long rebound comes to Glasper. Glasper to Thomas. Thomas loses it, and Johnson, nice job, goes to the floor and comes away with the steal. Dunn on the other way, he'll slow it down, gets it to Spate. Spate to Johnson, wide open for 3. Back iron, no good. And Newton saves the rebound. It goes to Dunn. Spate with it. SNU will reset. They'll go inside to Starkey. Lays it in, and the foul. Noah Starkey. It all starts on the hustle play by Quaylen Newton. And they move it around and get it to the big guy down low, who finishes strong. And one more free throw coming up for Noah Starkey. We have a stoppage here. Official's going to have a quick little conversation. They'll head over to the scorer's table. And it looks like we're going to have a review. Not totally sure what the review is going to be for. But both teams will move to the bench area. So a timeout on the floor, 17:37 to play here in the first quarter. Adam Bohach, the head coach for the Crimson Storm. They've checked out what they've needed to, so Starkey's going to go try to complete this three-point play. On the other end, Chad Klein, the head coach for Arkansas Tech. Starkey to the line, going to look to finish off this three-point play. Free throw is up, and it is true, and SNU's lead out to 4, 8-4 here early on. Glasper brings it forward. He's the leading scorer on this team, averaging 19 a game, close to 20, honestly, 19.8 so far. Brown with it, going to get it to Thomas. Thomas to Adler. Adler three-pointer is good. Tech a little hot here early on, getting some buckets to fall. Johnson with it. Johnson to Dunn. Dunn slips, keeps his dribble though, impressively. He gets it to Spate. Spate got it to Starkey, back to Spate, excuse me. Dunn going to go inside to Newton. Newton backs his man down, tries to go to Starkey. Starkey claiming it was tipped. Officials do not agree, and it's going the other way. Tech going to bring it back the other way. Glasper brings it forward. Adler just connected on that three, averaging 15 a game. Pretty good three-point shooter, too, at 41%. Tops on the team. Sandifer with it. He's going to pull up a three-pointer. It's good. So Sandifer, another three-pointer there. Second of the game for Tech. They take a lead 10-8. Little 6-0 run here for SNU. Dunn going to look to answer on the other end. Way off. And the rebound comes down to Brown. Glasper with it. They're going to kick it out to Sandifer in the corner again for three. Way off on that one. Spate was trying to block out Adler, but I guess Adler had the position. They're going to get Spate with a foul. R.J. Palmer into the game and check it for Quaylen Newton. And then Jacob Patterson into the game for Arkansas Tech. Glasper set to inbound. Gets it to Adler. And they'll get it out to Thomas. Arkansas Tech going to reset. Thomas with Spate defending. Thomas comes off a screen. Yeah, Starkey on him, and Starkey blocked it. Just a mistake there by Thomas, and then he's going to get a foul called on him. Maybe a little bit of a frustration foul. Just tough when you're going to try to go up against Noah Starkey like that. And Starkey sends it the other way, and we're going to have our first timeout on the floor. 15:55 to play here in the first half. Arkansas Tech with a 10-8 lead over 15th ranked Southern Nazarene.
The Great American Conference Basketball Championship Tournament returns to the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, March 7th through the 10th. It's all on the line as the league's top teams battle for the conference title and an automatic spot in the NCAA Division II Basketball Regionals. For ticket information and to follow GAC basketball throughout the season, visit GreatAmericanConference.com. The GAC Basketball Tournament, March 7th through the 10th. The
Early here in the first half, it's a 10-8 lead for Tech. Oh, we have a little bit of an issue on the scoreboard showing 11-7. It is 10-8. SNU will get set to inbound here shortly. Some early stats early on. SNU starting 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from deep. 4 rebounds. Both teams with a turnover apiece so far. Arkansas Tech a little hot out of the gate, 4 for 7 so far with a pair of trays in the early going. Looks like we are set on the scoreboard and ready to go here in just a moment. And we are set to go. R.J. Palmer just checking to the game, inbounds it. Palmer, the senior forward out of Tampa, Florida. Spate with it, crosses over, goes to R.J. Palmer. Palmer going to kick it over to Dunn. Dunn pulls up from the corner, off again, and the rebound comes down to Glasper. Dunn a little slow out of the gate, missing his first couple of shots, and then he's going to get a steal here as Brown lost it. Dunn trying to draw the foul, can't get it to fall on the lay-in. He was looking for the call there. Dunn actually 0 for 4 early on. Glasper coming off a screen. Adler open for 3. He knocks it down. 13-8 right now. Arkansas Tech off to a good start. As we said, a 9-0 run right now for the Wonder Boys. Johnson to Dunn. Dunn trying to go inside to Starkey. We're going to get a foul on Jacob Patterson. It's all SNU trying to get going here in the early goings. They've been a little cold from the field. No points in the last 2:40. As Logan Hicks is going to check into the game for SNU, the junior guard out of Temple, Texas. Spate to inbound. Spate going to go deep to Hicks. Hicks going to go to Dunn. Dunn to Spate. He's open for three. Off the mark, no good. And they're going to get a foul. And it is going to be on Caleb Turner, who just checked into the game for Tech. He's trying to back Noah down. Spate to inbound. Spate inside to RJ Palmer. Beautiful cut to the basket, and Palmer lays it in. And SNU cuts the deficit to 3 here. Adler with it. They're going to move it around. Driving the lane, trying to lay it in and missing was Caleb Turner. Rebound came to Starkey. Hicks going to get it, gets it over to Spate, goes inside to Palmer. Palmer going to back his man down. Tough runner, though, in the lane. No good. And the rebound, Glasper now going to bring it forward for Tech. Glasper to Adler. Adler pump fakes, three-pointer. Fouled on the play by Dunn. I think Adler's smart there. He got the pump fake and got away, and then when he felt just a little bit of contact, I think he went down to the ground and forced the foul there. We said Will Adler, second on the team in scoring, averaging 15 a game. His first one at the line is good. He'll get 3 of them. And he's not the guy you want to foul. He's an 82% free throw shooter, only behind RJ Glasper, who is an 89% free throw shooter. Second one up and good. Some substitutions for Tech. Ramsey Sandifer and Mason Klein into the game. Also, Josiah Thomas back into the game, and Freddie Lee. 4 different players into the game here for Tech. Second free throw is up and good. And it's a 6-point lead right now for the Wonder Boys. Off to a good start here against the 15th ranked team in the country. Done with it, pump fakes, drives, gets around his man. Sandifer blocks it. Palmer comes down with the rebound, puts it back up. Can't get the short shot to fall. Adler back the other way. Spade almost had the steal. Instead, it's Lee. They're going to get it out. They're going to move it around in the corner for 3, but off the mark is Klein. And back the other way comes SNU. Logan Hicks with it. Hicks to Spate. Trying to get inside, it looks like. Palmer going to go up and gets it over to Noah Starkey. It honestly looked like, as he was falling, that RJ Palmer traveled, but he did a good job getting rid of the basketball and getting it to Starkey, who dunks it home. Sandifer pump fakes a 3, long 2-pointer. It's good. And the more Arkansas Tech is red hot right now, 6 of 11 from the field, and they are just not missing anything in the early going. Some of it being defended pretty well, too. That last shot was defended well. Sandifer gets it to fall. They'll go inside to Palmer. Huge dunk by RJ Palmer on the assist from Spate. Sandifer, 3-pointer in the corner. It is good. SNU right now is just getting broken down defensively. But again, at the end of the day, Arkansas Tech is 7 of 12 right now. Nothing more than that. Spate with a pump fake, drives, tries to kick it out to Hicks, knocked away. And for the first time this season, we are going to see Morris Wilson Jr., the 6'5" freshman out of Oklahoma City, makes his debut for SNU. He has been hurt most of the season, had a wrist injury the first day of practice. Only got cleared last week, and he is into the contest. Spade with the pump fake inside to Palmer. Palmer going to go up hard in the lane and gets it to fall. RJ Palmer now up to 6 points here off the bench. Adler with it at the wing. Adler going to take a three-pointer over Dunn and knocks it down. My God in heaven, Arkansas Tech cannot miss right now. They are unconscious from the field. 8 of 13 now. 5 of 8 from deep, and they have an 8-point lead. They just simply cannot miss right now. They have come out red hot. Dunn looking to answer on the other end. He does. Jonathan Dunn knocks a three-pointer down. Adler going to drive the lane, gets the layup to fall. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. And we will be right back with you. SNU trailing Arkansas Tech 26-19.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character. Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto.
Well, right now, Arkansas Tech came into this game only shooting 41% from the field and 36% from behind the arc. Right now, Arkansas Tech 9 of 14 from the field, 64%, 5 of 8 from deep, 63%. They are just red hot right now. And they lead 26-19 over SNU with 11:33 to play in the first half. SNU 8 of 19 on their own so far. As Zach Johnson going to bring it over the line, gets it over to Logan Hicks. Hicks going to go to Dunn. Dunn in the corner, pump fakes. Dunn gets just inside the arc. Jump shot, no good. And the rebound comes down to Klein. Thomas the other way. Thomas has it taken away momentarily by Johnson. But he's out of bounds, and it will remain Tech basketball. SNU, as I said, 15th in the country. Moved up 4 spots in the coaches poll. 3 spots in the media. Step back there by Lee. He takes a three-pointer off the mark. Rebound to Dunn. Dunn with it at the wing. Going to get over to Logan Hicks. Hicks going to take a three-pointer of his own. It's good. Logan Hicks on the board. And the lead down, or the deficit down to 4. Adler on the other end. Tough three-pointer, no good. Dunn with the rebound. SNU probably just trying to slow Tech down a little bit here. Now back-to-back misses as Dunn has it. Dunn going to drive by his man, goes up, and they're going to call a charge. It was Freddie Lee, the shortest player on the floor, taking the charge, and that is the second on Dunn. Dunn a little bit frustrated right now. 1 of 8 so far, 2 fouls, and only 3 points to show for. Very unlike Jonathan Dunn, but, it doesn't really faze Dunn either. Lee back on the other end here for Tech. Lee going to get it to Glasper. Glasper going to look to drive. Has Palmer on him. Now he drives by Palmer, goes up in the lane, lays it in, and the foul. Just a little bump foul there. But Tech's going to go to the line for a three-point play. Glasper, as Sandiford checks back into the game, as well as Newton and Starkey. Glasper's the leading scorer on this team, as we said, coming in, averaging almost 20 a game at 19.8. Only shoots 33% from the field. Free throw is up, and it rattles out. As we said, that was an 89% free throw shooter. He doesn't miss many. Couldn't get that one to go. Johnson with it. Goes to Spate. Spate going to come off the screen. Spate going to go all the way to the bucket. High arcing lay-in is good. Spate going to have to get up and hustle to get back on defense. He does. Glasper with it. Glasper looking to drive. Kicks. Open in the corner is Klein. Off the mark, no good. Hicks with the rebound. Tech starting to maybe cool off a little bit. Spate with it. Spate with Glasper defending. Oh, he was looking for Newton, and Newton had cut to the basket. And it's a turnover on SNU. Just a little miscommunication. Back on the other end comes Glasper. Glasper, runner, no good. Tough shot there. Again, SNU, for the most part, seems to be defending decently, at least. I would say decently. Tech's just hitting some shots right now. Johnson to Hicks. Hicks off a screen. Hicks going to pull up for three. Oh, back iron, no good. Nice rebound by Newton, and then Starkey follows it up. Newton went back up with it, just couldn't get the roll, but it was right there for Starkey to put it in. On the other end, tough layup, no good there by Thomas, but there's going to be a foul on Newton on the rebound. Bumped, I believe it was Sandifer. Will Adler back into the game for Tech. Adler right now standing in the corner, and they get it situated as Chris Stevens just checked into the game. And just asleep at the wheel there. Starkey didn't know the ball was in play. Sandifer just went right around him and laid it up. 30-26, Tech leads. Spate with it. Spate going to go to Chris Stevens. Stevens going to drive. Stevens inside to Starkey. Starkey spins. Beautiful move, and what a slam there by Noah Starkey. Beautiful post move. Sandifer on the other end looking for a three-pointer. Way off the mark, but SNU can't corral the rebound. And it will remain Tech basketball as we go to timeout. 7:49 to play in the first half. Tech leading SNU 30-28.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question: what is character, culture, and Christ? Last but certainly not least, in fact I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
$7:49 to play in the first half. Arkansas Tech leads Southern Nazarene 30-28. Tech still shooting 50% from the field, 11-22, 5 of 12 from the three-point line. Starting to cool down just a little bit. SNU 46%, and then 38% from behind the arc. Glasper to inbound. He'll get it deep to Sandifer, who will hand it off to Brown. Brown with the basketball. Brown going to drive on Newton. Goes up. High layup, no good. Sandifer can't pull the rebound down. It goes out to Johnson. Johnson going to slow it down, and SNU will set up its offense here. Johnson off a screen. Johnson to Spate. Spate pump fakes. Runner in the lane. Off the back iron, no good, and we got a foul off the ball. And I believe it'll be on Starkey. His first foul. Next foul will be free throws for Tech, as that is the 6th team foul. As Glasper will bring it forward. Glasper going to come off a screen from Sandifer. Kicks it out to Sandifer. Nice help there by Spate. Spate then gets back on his man. Good defense there by Micah Spate. Brown going to spin off of his man. Thought about a three-pointer, so gets it to Adler. Adler going to hand it off to Glasper. Glasper gets by and gets the layup to fall. So Tech moves back ahead by 4. Under 7 to play in this contest, in the first half, excuse me, not in the contest. Newton with it, hands it off to Spate. Spate going to come off a screen. Spate, tough shot, no good. And the rebound's going to come down to Adler. Glasper on the other end gets it to Adler, back to Glasper. Glasper, step back. Nice kick inside, and missing the layup was Josiah Thomas. Stevens with the rebound. SNU again will reset. Thomas just had a point-blank layup that he just missed. It's a beautiful move by Glasper. Newton with it. Newton going to drive. Nice move in the paint. Can't get it to fall, and that's been the big problem so far. SNU is getting in the paint, really no problem. They can't get shots in the paint to fall right now. And Newton just gets a frustration foul there, and that's going to bring R.J. Palmer into the game, as that is the second on Newton. And not a good foul by him either, because that's going to be free throws for Tech. And again, the man you don't want on the line, and Will Adler. Adler already has 14 in this game. Patterson back into the game. It's a 1-and-1. First free throw, no good. Palmer with the rebound. A little bit of a break there for SNU on the missed free throw. Palmer to Chris Stevens at the wing. Stevens goes to Johnson. Johnson going to come off a screen. Johnson inside to Palmer. Palmer backs his man down. Makes the move in the paint and misses short. SNU just cannot hit shots in the paint right now. It's surprising, as there's a three-pointer on the other end by Thomas. Couldn't get the layup to fall, but he gets the three-pointer to fall. That's a touchdown lead for Tech. You know, there's just got to be some frustration right now for SNU. Some easy shots just not going down right now. Johnson looking to go inside to Starkey. They're going to nail Patterson with a foul. That's going to be his second. We're going to get Logan Hicks set to check back in here in just a moment. Hicks going to come in for Stevens. So Johnson to inbound here. Johnson goes deep to Palmer. We'll get it back to Spate. Spate's going to take a long three. Back iron, no good. It's a pretty good look. Looked on target, but just a little long. Thomas with it. Gets it to Adler. Adler tries to cross over. Good defense there by Hicks. Glasper going to get it out to Thomas. Adler again, this time loses his footing, and the steal, and then throws it over his head to Hicks. What a play by Micah Spate! And Hicks finishes on the other end, and it's 35-30. Spate almost had another steal. Thomas going to come off a screen, kicks it out to Glasper. Glasper going to get a screen from Patterson. He drives, somehow gets through and draws the foul on Starkey. I have no idea how Glasper got through that. And he's going to go to the line for 2. So Glasper to the line for 2. That's 4 points so far today on 2 of 3 shooting. First free throw is up and good. Mo Wilson back into the game, as well as Jonathan Dunn coming in with 2 fouls. He has really struggled so far in the first half. Also got Freddie Lee into the game, as well as Klein. It's been about a perfect first half here for Arkansas Tech. They've got upset on the mind here. Number 0, Chris Baguma, into the game for Tech. So with a lot of reserves into the game right now for Tech. Done with it. Dunn to R.J. Palmer. Back to Zach Johnson. Johnson to Dunn. Dunn thought about the three. He said it's going to go inside to Palmer. Palmer, tough shot, way off. Rebound comes down to Dunn. SNU's got to hurry, 3 seconds. Long three-pointer from Johnson, no good. Palmer with the rebound and the lay-in. R.J. Palmer up to 8 points in this game. As Glasper brings it forward. 50% shooting right now for Arkansas Tech, well above their average. Getting it done so far offensively, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Baguma on a moving screen. And we're going to head to our final timeout of the first half. See if Southern Nazarene can finish this one out strong. They trail Arkansas Tech 37-32.
When a customer is on the fence about buying a car, we should...
Give him a hug.
No.
Oh,
next.
Hand hug? Full frontal?
No way. Guys, practice hugs are not necessary. You don't have to practice hugging.
How about we serenade them?
Well, I'd be happy to sing a song for you.
It's terrible.
Diffie, driven by family since 19...
.342 to play in the first half. Arkansas Tech leading number 15 Southern Nazarene 37-32. SNU only 14 of 35 from the field, 3 of 10 from behind the arc. They're out rebounding Tech 20-16. Only 2 assists so far for the Crimson Storm, very unlike them on that end. Tech is 13 of 26 so far, 6 of 13 from deep, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, and Zach Johnson brings it forward and gets it over to Jonathan Dunn, who moves it to Logan Hicks at the wing. Hicks going to come off a screen from Palmer. Goes in the corner, wide open. Wilson rattles out. Glasper with the rebound. Gets it to Lee. Lee ahead to Brown. Brown going to kick it over to Lee. Freddie Lee with it. Goes to Klein. They're going to kick it over to Brown. Brown. Back to Glasper, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Glasper behind the back, drives, tough floater, and Sandifer puts the dunk down. Not sure if it was an alley-oop on purpose or a shot that missed short. We're just going to call it an alley-oop because Sandifer put it down, and the lead back out to 7. Hicks with it to Dunn. Dunn going to get a touch foul on Glasper there. That is his first. That is the 17th foul, so Dunn's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Micah Spate set to check in. He's going to come in for Dunn. And SNU going to hope that Dunn can convert on this 1-and-1. First free throw's up. Rattles out, and Sandifer pulls the rebound down. Oh, it just sometimes feels like a lid has been on the basket for anything inside the three-point line. Lee with it. Lee drives, kicks. Brown going to drive, kicks to Klein. And they're going to say it was tipped by SNU, and Spate's going to come back into the game. Well, let's see if we can figure out. I'm going to imagine for Tech, it's got to be close to one of their season highs at the half. Glasper's going to get it in to Sandifer. Sandifer to Lee. Lee looking to drive. Kicks out to Klein. Klein now drives. Brown to drive. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Fadeaway jumper. He gets it to fall. It just feels like, well, at least it's been one of those halves. I mean, great defense for 28 seconds and really, again, forced Tech into a tough shot. Just got it to fall. Johnson with it, gets it to Spate. Spade off a screen from Palmer. Goes to Johnson. Johnson drives. Easy layup is good. Zach Johnson cuts the deficit down to 7. Glasper with it. We'll move it around to Lee. Lee to Sandifer. Sandifer, quick trigger. Almost got the friendly roll, but Spate pulls the rebound down. Spate to Dunn. Dunn going to drive baseline. Tries to kick it to Palmer. Bad pass taken away by Lee. Lee looking to drive. Goes to Sandifer. Tried to go for the dunk, and he gets a big foul there by R.J. Palmer. Sandifer is going to go to the line for 2. That's pretty much a nightmare of a first half for SNU. But nothing really more than Arkansas Tech is just lights out right now. And they have a chance to get this lead back out to 9. First free throw from Sandifer is good. Adler back into the game. Sandifer on the season, only his second start, as the second free throw is good. Only averaging 6.9 points per game, but he's got 13 so far in the first half. There's Jacob Patterson back into the game. Closing in on a minute to play here in the first half. Newton back into the game as well. Dunn takes the handoff from Newton. They're going to go inside to Starkey. Starkey back out to Johnson. Johnson going to drive baseline. Walks. They're going to get a traveling. Johnson went up and down. And it's a turnover for SNU as Palmer's going to check back in, as well as Chris Stevens. So Lee going to bring it forward here for Tech. Spate defending. They'll go to Glasper. They get the switch. Palmer trying to stay in front. Glasper, tough lay-in, no good. Rebound to Palmer. Micah Spate coming down the other end. SNU maybe needs a basket. Maybe, yeah, this is going to be it, actually. They're going to hold for the final shot, and SNU could really use a basket here going into the break, down by 9. Ten seconds now on the clock. Micah Spate with it. 8 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Spate crosses over, puts up a three-pointer at the buzzer, rattles out, and that's the end of the first half. Well, it's been quite the half for Arkansas Tech. They shoot 50% from the field, and they take a 43-34 lead over Southern Nazarene. SNU is going to have to make some adjustments. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll come towards the end of halftime and give you a quick breakdown of some of the stats and get you ready for the second half. Again, your halftime score, Arkansas Tech 43, Southern Nazarene 34.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character. And then creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere
And we're ready for second half play here at the Tucker Coliseum in Russellville, Arkansas. Again, upset maybe brewing here. The Wonder Boys of Arkansas Tech lead in 15th ranked Southern Nazarene 43-34. As we said, Arkansas Tech shot 50% from the field in the first half, 6 of 14 from behind the arc and 7 of 9 at the free throw line. SNU 15 of 38 from the field, 3 of 12 from behind the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Noah Starkey led away with 9 points. RJ Palmer had 8 points off the bench. Ramsey Sandifer and Will Adler both had 14 points in that first half. And we'll see, this first 5 minutes is going to be big for SNU as they're trying to put together a comeback against a Tech team that is 2-10 this season and 0-6 in the GAC. Same 5 for both sides. SNU almost comes away with a steal there. As Glasper set to inbound. Oh, they actually checked that. They got a foul. I did not realize it was a foul. I thought it was just knocked out of bounds. It was actually a foul on Zach Johnson. Josiah Thomas with it. Looking for Glasper. Almost taken away by Micah Spate. And Tech set to inbound again. Glasper with it. Glasper inside to Thomas. Thomas going to go to Glasper with Johnson defending. Glasper going to drive. Kicks it back out to Sandifer, three-pointer. He stays red hot. Sandifer on the season is shooting 18%. 12% from 3. And he's 3 of 7. As they'll go inside to Starkey, he'll get it out to Johnson in the corner. Johnson out to Spate. Spate with the runner, draws the foul. That'll go on Glasper, and that should put Spate on the line for 2. But, I mean, this is just unbelievable. Sandifer, as we said, he came into this game averaging just 6.9 points per game, only making his second start. And he was 2 of 17 from behind the arc, and he's been the difference maker today. First free throw is good for Micah Spate. And for also 6 of 10 from the field. He came to this game only shooting 44%, and he has been unstoppable. Spade can't get the second one to fall. Only the 4th free throw taken by SNU so far today. It's 11-point lead, largest so far, as they're going to go to Sandifer. He's going to take another 3. That one way off. Altered definitely by Starkey there. Spate drives, floater, off the mark. Starkey was able to pull the rebound down, but he was fouled. Looks like it was Thomas on the foul. And a couple of spectators who are here in Russellville today say it's by far been Arkansas Tech's best game that they've put together so far this season. Can they do it for 40 minutes? Will be the question. Dunn's going to take a pass from Johnson, top of the arc. Dunn going to drive, goes to the cup and lays it in. Beautiful move by Jonathan Dunn. Only his second made field goal. Back on the other end is Adler. He'll go to the corner for Glasper. Glasper looking to drive. Spate defending. Glasper does drive. Oh, and he's going to draw a foul. He kind of lost control, and they're going to give him 2 shots on that. He was kind of losing it a little bit, was able to regain control and kind of went up and drew the foul. So Glasper to the line. He's 2 for 3 at the line today. But as we said, he's an 89% free throw shooter. He's about as good as it gets at the line. And it's been one of these weird games as he misses the first one off the back iron. So one more coming up here for Glasper. It's up, and that one is good. And the lead out to 10 here for Tech. 47-37. SNU, sometimes they can get on one of these big runs. They need one of them right now, or at least need one in the second half in general. Spate with it, goes to Johnson. Dunn going to take a 3-pointer. Front iron, no good. Rebound going to come down to Newton. And they'll go inside to Starkey. Starkey backs his man down in the paint and gets the little baby hook to fall. And the deficit down to 8. It's just a great hustle play there by Quaylen Newton. He was going to pull that rebound down really no matter what it felt like. Glasper going to come off a screen from Sandifer. He goes to the cup and he draws the foul. He got the layup to fall, but it was on the floor, and it's going to be on Noah Starkey. And that is his third. Starkey was up to 11. He's on 5 of 6 shooting, but he's been in some foul trouble today. And he will come out for R.J. Palmer. Glasper to inbound. Gets it to Brown. Brown will kick it. Thomas will drive. And it'll be a charge. R.J. Palmer taking the charge. Just set up and let Thomas run over him. And it's going the other way for the Crimson Storm. Spate takes the inbound here. Just starting up the second half. SNU trailed by 9 at half. Looking to bounce back here on the road. Dunn going to take a pass from Johnson in the corner. Goes inside to Palmer. Palmer, good move in the post and gets it to fall. R.J. Palmer. He's up to 10 off the bench. And the deficit down to 6. Glasper with it, has Newton on him. He passes it off to Thomas. Thomas to Adler. Hands it back off to Glasper. Back to Adler. Adler going to take a 3. Done right there. Don't know if he got a piece of it, but it was well short. Spate with it. Spate hands off to Dunn. Dunn inside. And the beautiful post move by Quaylen Newton. It's a 4-point game. They'll go down the floor to Brown. Brown from the corner, and he answers with a 3-pointer. And we have a timeout on the floor. No, we do not have a timeout on the floor. And so lead back out to 7. That was a huge 3-pointer there by Brown. 8 of 18 from behind the arc for Tech. Dunn's going to take it. Dunn's at the top of the arc. He goes to Spate. Spate off a screen from Palmer. Goes to Johnson. Looking to go inside to Palmer. Palmer goes up, looking for the foul, and 1, R.J. Palmer. Palmer just goes up strong, and he is having a nice game here this evening. Up to 12 now on 6 of 9 shooting. Both Freddie Lee as well as Jacob Patterson into the game. Palmer going to try to complete the 3-point play. Big discrepancy so far in free throws. Arkansas Tech's been able to get to the line 11 times. This is only the 5th free throw for SNU. They need to kind of reverse those roles as well. Palmer's free throw is up. Back iron, no good. They also need to make their free throws. They are now 2 of 5 from the line, and that is just not going to get it done on the road. Glasper with it. Glasper now has the mismatch. Glasper's going to drive. Tough layup. Gets it to fall. Ashton Charles into the game for the first time today. Dunn going to drive. Sails to the cup and lays it in. Back and forth we go here. Lee with it. Gets it to Brown. SNU just got to get some stops here on the other end. Tech still getting some shots to fall. Adler hands it off to Glasper. Gets it over to Lee. Only 5 turnovers in the game for both sides. Lee with it. Lee, long 3-pointer. And it's good yet again. This is a team that shot 35% as a team from behind the arc. And they are shooting 47% in this game. 9 made 3-pointers. And there's an alley-oop and 1 again by R.J. Palmer on the pass from Spate. Palmer sailed through the air, got the layup to fall, and he's going to go the line for a 3-point play when we come back. 15-10 to play. 55-49. Tech leading Southern Nazarene.
Okay, guys, remember, No hard selling. No high pressure. Serenading, good. Leave that to Sheldon. All right? Hugs, side hugs. Normal. People don't like to be sold, but they love to buy. You know, these guys may not look like much, but they are some of the greatest guys.
How about a hug?
Diffie, driven by family since 19.
Second half here, 15-10 to play in the second half. Tech, again, 2-10 on the season, 0-6 in GAC, but they've got upset on their mind. They lead 15th ranked Southern Nazarene 55-49, but SNU starting to try to put a little comeback together, starting to chip away at this deficit. And you got to think if SNU can maybe complete the comeback and get back ahead, if that, see what that can do to Tech's mindset going forward as Palmer misses short, but he gets the rebound. Palmer will go up, and it's going to be an easy charge, even though I believe it looked like he was in the cylinder, but it's not going to matter. That was an easy call. Palmer was just out of control there. I think the SNU bench thought he was in the cylinder as well, but Logan Hicks back into the game. And again, SNU, they've only been in the free throw line 6 times, but they are 2 of 6 from the line. And if that doesn't start improving, this upset will happen. As Lee with it will get it to Brown. Brown goes right by Palmer, but a huge block. Palmer makes up for it and sends it out of bounds. And Glasper will get set to inbound. Glasper going to go deep to Lee. Lee to Adler. Adler a three-pointer, and it's good. This is unbelievable. I have just never quite seen a team who isn't that great of a three-point shooting team. Just is unconscious right now. 10 of 20 now from behind the arc. Ashton Charles open behind the arc. Can't answer. Done with the rebound. Puts it back up and puts it in. The deficit back down to 7. Lee to Klein. They're going to move it around to Glasper. Glasper. They get a foul on Micah Spate. Very touch foul there. They said to the side of the head. It's the third foul on Micah, and he's going to check out of the game. Stevens and Zach Johnson into the game. A little bit of a smaller lineup here for SNU. Actually, a very small lineup here for SNU. Really, it's small on small right now. Lee looking to drive, kicks it out to Adler. Adler out to Glasper. Glasper going to take a three-pointer. It's good. I have no words right now. This is unbelievable. This team cannot miss from 3 right now. They might as well start shooting it from half court. I don't think they're going to miss from there right now. Every time SNU trying to claw back into this, they hit a big three-pointer. Hicks with it. Gets it to Charles. Charles drives, spins. Tough shot in the paint, no good. Rebound. And they're going to call out of bounds on SNU. And you know it's just got to be frustrating for SNU. I don't even think it's, again, I don't think, from my perspective, it doesn't even look like bad defense. This team just can't miss right now. There's been a few times, there's hands in their faces, and they're just knocking them down right now. Glasper drives, runner, good, and the lead's back to 12, which Bohach wants a timeout, and he will get it. This has been unreal, folks. Tech playing the game of their lives right now. They lead 63-51.
For Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character.
Well, you know, if you're SNU, you got to understand maybe some of the frustrations on the bench, because I don't think SNU, and you know, we'll talk to Adam Bohach later in this game, I don't think they're doing a lot of things wrong per se. I think they've been playing some pretty decent. You know, maybe they had some mess ups early on, but the second half they've been clamping down pretty well. Tech just continues to make shots right now. Johnson off a screen from Newton. Johnson drives, gets it to Dunn. Dunn top of the arc. Dunn now going to drive, and it's taken away by Lee, and they're going to get a foul on Dunn. That's going to be his third. And you kind of worry a little bit if the wheels are starting to fall off a little bit. You saw this one time at Southeastern earlier this year where the wheels just kind of came off on the road, and it's starting to teeter a little bit. You know, Tech, they're hungry for that first win, and I think they're starting to taste it a little bit. Lee with it. Lee going to drive. Kicks it to Adler. To Brown. They're going to move it around. Lee with it. Lee drives over Starkey. It's good. I have no words. They can't miss. There's nothing more to analyze. They literally cannot miss right now. Spate's going to go across to Logan Hicks. Hicks going to drive towards the baseline, goes inside to Starkey, loses the ball, gets it back though, and lays it in. And Tech is just looking to run right out of the gate. They're going to get it back to Lee. Lee's going to take a three-pointer and misses, but Brown gets the rebound, then gets it taken away by Johnson. Johnson, look, he had a break there. Johnson's going to get it back in the corner. He loses control, and there's a scramble for it on the floor. It's going to remain SNU basketball. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. SNU still trails by 12. We'll be right back. So 11:51 to play in this contest. SNU trailing by 12. They've trailed by as many as 14. It has been a weird game. But Arkansas Tech is shooting 23 of 42 from the field, 55%, 11 of 22 from behind the arc. I'll have to double check. I believe right now, if it holds, that will definitely be season highs for Tech so far this season. Spade has it at the wing. Spade going to come off a screen. Goes over to Johnson, inside to Newton. Newton trying to go inside to Starkey, throws it away. However, Tech cannot corral it. It goes out of bounds, but there's 2 seconds now on the shot clock. SNU is going to have to hurry to get something off. Johnson inbound. Johnson's got to hurry. Johnson goes to Hicks. Hicks, long three, off the mark, no good. Did not hit the rim. Shot clock violation. The season high this year for Arkansas Tech is 46%. They're currently at 55. Their season high for three-point percentage is 48%, as there's a turnover by Tech. With their next highest coming at 40%. Still a long way to go in this ball game. 11-14 to play. SNU kind of started to chip away before Tech went on another run, and SNU's going to have to start chipping away here again as Palmer's back into the game. Goes inside to Starkey, back to Palmer. Palmer with the big slam. And it's down to 10. 2-3 zone now here by SNU, switching it up, getting out of the man defense. Adler with it. Back to Glasper. They're going to go inside and take it away. R.J. Palmer steps in front of that one. So Dunn with it now. Jonathan Dunn, mid-range jumper. Off the front iron, no good, just short. It's a good look. Klein going to take a three-pointer. Back iron, no good. After hitting quite a few threes there. Back the other way comes the Crimson Storm. Palmer with it, going to go inside to Starkey. We're going to get a foul off the ball. It's going to be on Alex Brown, his second. So from here on out, it'll be free throws for both sides. Spate is sent to inbound. They'll go to Starkey, hands it back off to Spate. Spate drives, goes up, misses. Cannot get the short jumper to fall. Adler back the other way, gets it to Lee. Glasper with it, crosses over, drives, kicks it out to Brown. Back out, they're going to move it all the way around to Adler. Open in the corner for three, rolls out. Rebound to Starkey. SNU, now they're getting Tech to miss some here. They've got to respond on the other end. Hicks with it. Hicks thought about driving, instead gets it out to Palmer. Palmer can make threes. He passes on it. He goes inside to the paint and puts a short hook shot up and gets it to fall. The deficit down to 8, under 10 to play in this game. Tech slowing it down a little bit. Lee with it. 2-3 zone right now by SNU. Lee gets it tipped away, taken away by Micah Spate. Spate to Dunn, three-pointer. Back iron, no good. R.J. Palmer saves it. They'll go to Hicks on the other end, and he'll get a foul. Great effort again, this time by R.J. Palmer to keep that play alive. We're going to see some substitutions into the game. It'll be Josiah Thomas, as well as Ramsey Sandifer, who's been the stud so far today, along with Adler and Glasper, they've all been terrific so far. Starkey's going to go to line for a 1-and-1. SNU currently 2 of 6 at the line. They're going to have to improve that. First free throw is up and good. Sandifer's currently 6 of 11, Adler 5 of 8, Glasper 5 of 7. Adler's 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, Sandifer 3 of 8, and then Glasper 1 for 1. Second free throw from Starkey is good. And it's a 6-point game now. SNU going to remain in this 2-3 zone. They have forced a couple turnovers here. Glasper gets it to Adler. Adler goes to Klein. They're going to move it around to Glasper again. Glasper feeling some pressure. Dribbles it back out, goes to Thomas. Thomas looking to drive. Thomas does drive, kicks it out to Adler, three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by SNU. It's an 8-0 run right now for the Crimson Storm. Hicks, three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Starkey with the rebound. Starkey going to get a foul. That's going to be called on Adler. Thought it was going to be a tie-up just for a second. They call a foul instead. And back to the line goes Noah Starkey. R.J. Palmer currently has 18 points on 9 of 12 shooting. Starkey with 15 points on 6 of 8 shooting. They have been huge here this afternoon. I should say this evening. First free throw for Starkey on the 1-and-1. It is perfect. Believe it or not, he is one of the best free throw shooters on this team, actually. One more coming up here for Starkey. Second free throw is up. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Sandifer. Worth noting, R.J. Palmer, that is a career high at 18 points, so career high and counting. Glasper, tough layup, and he gets it to fall. My goodness, what a move there by Glasper. Palmer with it. Palmer hands it off to Dunn. Over to Hicks. Hicks to Dunn. Dunn drives baseline, goes up, tries to get a foul. No call. A lot of contact there in the paint, but no call nonetheless. And so it goes over to Arkansas Tech on the missed shot. It's been a tough night for Dunn. 4 of 15 so far in this game. Definitely one of his worst shooting games this season so far. And just as SNU starts making a run, Tech has a response. They get down to 5, they get the big layup, and now they have possession again. Klein with it. Over to Glasper. We're under 8 now in this game. Glasper looking to drive. Sandifer takes it. Free throw jumper. Back iron no good. Palmer with the rebound. SNU starting to get some stops. What can they respond with on the offensive end? Micah Spate going to take a 3. It's good! Micah Spate knocks it down, and the deficit's to 4. Back come the Crimson Storm. Here come the Wonder Boys looking to answer. They go to Sandifer. Sandifer drives his way on the baseline. They're going to call a foul as he pushes his way through. And they're going to call it on Dunn, and that is his 4th. I'm not sure what Dunn was supposed to do on that one, but nonetheless, 7:01 to play in this contest. Tech holding a 67-63 lead on SNU.
Great American Conference Basketball Championship Tournament returns to the Bruin Fieldhouse in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, March 7th through the 10th. It's all on the line as the league's top teams battle for the conference title and an automatic spot in the NCAA Division II Basketball Regionals. For ticket information and to follow GAC basketball throughout the season, visit GreatAmericanConference.com. The GAC Basketball Tournament, March 7th through the 10th.
Again, fans, our next broadcast will be Saturday as Southern Nazarene will head to Searcy to take on Harding University in a doubleheader. The women will lead it off at 1 o'clock, followed by the men at 3 o'clock. We hope you will join us here on SNUathletics.com. Sandifer is going to go to the line here for a 1-and-1. He's 11 of 17 at the line this season, shooting 65%. First free throw is up, rattles out, and the rebound comes down to Zach Johnson. SNU has been down by as many as 14 in the second half. But they have climbed back into it. Charles, a three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Brown does a nice job tapping that to Sandifer. Glasper coming back the other way. Adler with it. Moving it around. They get inside. They're going to go to Adler. Adler pump fakes. He shakes a two-pointer. Good defense. Nice job there by Hicks to close out and not foul. Excellent job there by Logan Hicks. A couple of players go to the floor. And we get a whistle. And we're going to get a whistle on Sandifer. That's going to be his second. Sandifer having a conversation with the official, and the official says, I mean, he fell. You knocked him down. So 2 free throws, excuse me, it will be a 1-and-1. From here on out, it will be 2 free throws for SNU. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Tech will take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second. We'll keep it here. SNU, oh yeah, it's been a grind. It has been a grind in this game. But a 12-2 run right now over the last 6 minutes has gotten it down to a 4-point game. And SNU starting to get to the line a little bit more, but still only 5 of 10 at the line, and that could hurt them at the end of the day. However, Tech 8 of 12 at the free throw line, not too much better. But SNU getting some stops on that defensive end. Tech has 4 turnovers in the last 6 minutes. They're 1 of 7 in their last couple of possessions. So SNU has a shot here to complete this comeback and try and escape Russellville with a win, and it certainly hasn't been easy. And you know, what we said coming in, you know, I think a lot of people are surprised by what Arkansas Tech at 2-10 right now, 0-6. I don't think anybody saw that coming, and I think a lot of people, including myself, find that hard to believe. And this certainly doesn't look like a team that's 2-10 and 0-6 right now. Johnson's first free throw off the front iron, no good. And Glasper gets the rebound. And again, free throws are killing SNU right now. Now 5 of 11. They are just leaving free points on the board right now. Glasper with it. Glasper off a screen. He'll go in the corner. Adler's open for 3. Off the back iron, no good. And Sandifer gets the rebound. Brown's going to kick it out to Glasper. It looked like deep 3 there, no good. Palmer pulls the rebound down. Hicks back on the other end. Hicks to Spate, 3-pointer from Spate. No good, tip in, no good, tip in again by Starkey. It's a 2-point game. 5.5 to play. 14-2 run by SNU, Brown with it. Brown kicks it out to Glasper. He drives, tough runner, no good. He comes right back down to him. They go to Sandifer, and he gets the easy lay-in. SNU had that stop. The rebound just happened to go right back to Glasper to keep it alive, but it's still a 4-point game. Starkey, top of the arc, goes to Johnson. Johnson to Hicks. Hicks drives and travels. Took 3 steps there, and it's a turnover on SNU. Dunn coming back in. He has 4 fouls, so he'll have to be smart here in the late part of the game, and he especially has to watch when he drives. A lot of people like to trap Jonathan in a charge when he likes to go to the rim, so he's going to have to be careful. Adler with it. Klein, they'll get it back out to Glasper. Glasper off a screen. Back to Klein. Klein's going to take a deep 3. Off the mark, no good. Adler with the rebound. They're going to get a foul on Dunn. And that's going to be, that is going to be his 5th. And that is going to hurt. So Dunn just had checked back into the game. He is now going to check out of this game for good. And SNU is going to have to go the rest of this contest without their leading scorer and the reigning GAC Player of the Year. Just a tough night for Jonathan. And so Hicks is back into the game, and that really hurts. But hopefully SNU can find a way here. First one is good from Adler. SNU has now had some chances here to tie the game and even take the lead at times, but they have not been able to push it through as Adler misses the second free throw and the rebound to Johnson. Really what's been the bugaboo has been the free throw line, where SNU is currently 46%. Palmer with it. Palmer to Spate. Spate gonna drive. Spate stripped. Back the other way comes Tech. Adler with it. Adler misses the layup. Johnson kind of jumped in front of him a little bit. Palmer with it. Palmer kicks it to Hicks from the corner. Off the mark, no good. Sandifer with the rebound, and SNU has picked the worst time just to go cold right now. 4 minutes to play in this contest. It's a 5-point game. Klein, they're going to move it inside to Brown. Brown, mid-range fadeaway, no good. Micah Spate with the rebound. Tech has cooled off tremendously now. And SNU is going to get a timeout on the floor. 70-65. Tech looking to complete the upset of number 15 SNU. We'll take a break and be right back. You've got to think in this final 3:42, SNU kind of settling for some jump shots here in the last couple of possessions, but you got to think they've got to start going inside to Starkey and Palmer. Both have 18 points. Starkey is 7 of 10 from the field. Palmer is 9 of 12 from the field. So you got to think, find a way to get inside to those two and let them take control inside the paint. Southern Nazarene basketball, side out here. Hicks is going to get it to RJ Palmer, top of the arc. Palmer to Zach Johnson. Johnson looking to go inside to Starkey, and it's taken away by Sandifer. Sandifer just read that perfectly as they tried the entry pass, and he comes away with the steal. Glasper going to drive. Gets it out to Thomas. Thomas now driving, back to Glasper. Glasper out to Klein in the corner for three. It's good. Lead back out to 8, 3:10 to play. SNU without its leading scorer. Jonathan Dunn is fouled out of this game. Palmer going to back his man down. Palmer goes up, foul, and he will go to the line for two. 2:55 to play in this contest.
Foul call to number 2, Mason Klein, his second personal foul. That is the 10th team foul on Arkansas Tech.
So it is 2 free throws for SNU the rest of the way. And this would be a tremendous upset in the GAC standings as Palmer misses short. SNU is 5 of 12 from the free throw line, and folks, when you shoot like that from the line, it's typically going to result in disaster for your team. You've got to be able to knock down the free ones. Palmer going to try one more time. That one is good, but still a 7-point lead for Tech. Still 2:55 to play, still some time here for SNU, but they've got to get some stops. Try to force some turnovers, and they've got to start getting some shots to fall on their end. They have gone cold after getting back into this contest. No field goals in almost 3 minutes now. Full court press shown here by SNU. Brown with it, gets it to Thomas. To Adler, back to Thomas. They're going to go inside to Brown. Brown kicks it out to Glasper. Tech's running clock here. Glasper with it, 8 seconds. He spins, goes towards the basket, up in the air, and he gets it to fall. Unbelievable. Just a tough shot, and it goes in. Spate goes to Johnson in the corner. Johnson drives, no foul called. Johnson just got absolutely hit on the arm there, and nothing called. That was just a miss there by the officials. And unfortunately, folks, we got 2 minutes to play, and it looks like the upset might be happening. Brown, to put it away, he misses short. Back the other way comes SNU, down by 9. They need some shots to fall, and shots to fall fast. Palmer, foul and 1, and that's a start right there. Palmer now has 21 in this game.
Foul on number 2, Mason Klein, his third personal foul. The basket was good by R.J. Palmer.
So Palmer a chance for a three-point play. Lee going to come back into the game for Thomas. Free throw from Palmer is up. Off the mark, no good. Another missed free throw by SNU. They are now 6 of 14 from the line. And you notice they trail by 7. Lee off a screen. Lee gets his man in the air, kicks it out to Adler for 3, off the mark. Not sure why Lee didn't just take the layup there. Palmer with it, gets it to Charles. Charles, runner, good. 5-point game, timeout by SNU. And it'll be a full timeout, 5-point game, 1:10 to play. Tech leads SNU 75-70. So 75-70 the score. Tech looking for their first GAC win and looking to get it in a huge fashion, looking to upset the 15th ranked Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. I think if SNU, they're never worried about rankings, but if SNU were to fall, that might drop them completely out of the rankings. This would not be a very good loss. As we said, Tech, I think, is a lot better than their record indicates. I think they've pretty much shown that today. But can they close it out here? Brown to inbound, gets it in the Lee. Lee back to Brown. They'll get it across half court. Go across to Lee. Lee looking to drive. Oh, he falls, but they're going to call a foul before. And it's going to be on Johnson. Third foul. Lee, an 81% free throw shooter, 17 of 21. We're going to see Coleman Edwards into the game for Zach Johnson. Just a little more shooting on the floor for SNU. You got 3 guys who can shoot it from 3. And even Palmer, who's, you know, he can make one fall if he needs to. But you have Edwards, you have Spate, you have Hicks, and you have Charles. First free throw. Off the back iron and in. Looked like it went long, but he got the friendly roll. Second one from Lee is good, and it's a 3-possession game again. 2 big free throws. Spate gonna drive, and he's fouled. Glasper's gonna get the foul. It's amazing. You thought there was a foul earlier on Johnson that looked more egregious than that, quite frankly, but nonetheless, 2 free throws coming up here for SNU. First free throw coming up from Spate is good. One more to follow. Johnson back into the game. Adler also into the game. Second free throw from Spate. That one is good. Deficit back down to 5. Glasper takes the inbound pass. Comes forward, goes deep, and it's caught by Klein. He'll get it to Adler, who gets the lay-in. Charles steps into a three-pointer. Back iron, no good. Palmer pulls the rebound down. Palmer going to go cross court to Spate. Spate a long three. Off the mark, no good. And Tech's going to do it. .33 seconds to play in this ball game. And Arkansas Tech is going to pull a massive, massive upset, as they're going to knock off Southern Nazarene on their home floor. It didn't help SNU, as Brown hits the first free throw. That Jonathan Dunn fouled out of this game with about almost 6 minutes to play, maybe a little less than that, maybe 5.5. He fouled out of this game, but as I said with Southeastern, it'll be a nice win for Tech. But they do have to come back to Bethany later on, so this will not be the last time these two teams meet. Johnson drives, lays it in, back out to 7. Thomas is going to run it back. Lee will go to the line for 2 on the foul. And as we said, I think Arkansas Tech is a lot better than that 2-10 record indicates and that 0-6 record indicates, but I don't think anybody saw this coming this evening. We will have Adam Bohach in the postgame. Have him talk a little bit about this game and some of the struggles they faced today. Won't keep them long. We will see him in the postgame. 9-point lead again for Tech. And unless a miracle comes, that's probably going to do it, as Spate can't get the layup to fall, and that's going to do it. Arkansas Tech pulls a massive, massive upset, and they're going to put a cheap basket there. And it's stuff like that that you remember when you have to come back to Bethany. When you get little cheap lay-ins like that to make it an 11-point game, you do have to come to Bethany at some point, and might be a different game at that point. Maybe not. Either way, Tech plays a fantastic game and gets the win, 85-74. We'll talk with Adam Bohach here in a minute, and we will be right back. Well, as we said, a stunner here in Russellville as 0-6 Arkansas Tech gets their first GAC win of the season, knocking off 15th ranked Southern Nazarene 85-74. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you just gotta tip the cap to Arkansas Tech. They played pretty much a perfect game, and they did everything right, especially for about 30 minutes where they could not miss from the field. They finally started to cool off, and it gave SNU an opening to try and close that gap, but SNU just could not do it in the end. And Arkansas Tech's able to come away with the win. They get 3 just monster games, 20 from Will Adler, 19 from Ramses Sandifer, 18 from RJ Glasper, including that one at the very end as time expired. And then Alex Brown with 11. Also Freddie Lee off the bench with 11 points. So, Tech came and they shot 29-61 from the field, which it actually cooled down to 48%. They were really shooting much towards the 55% range throughout the game. They also connected on 12 three-pointers, ended up shooting 39%, 12 of 31. Again, they cooled off later, but they were around that 50% range. Actually, we were at 11 of 22 at one point, kind of cooled down there later in the second half. SNU got 21 from R.J. Palmer off the bench, 18 from Noah Starkey, 11 from Micah Spade. But Micah struggles again, 3 of 13, tough day for him. Jonathan Dunn struggles, 4 of 15 for him, fouls out of the game. Only 9 points, had 7 boards as well, but he only played 24 minutes when you're talking a guy who's usually over 30. And they were really, you could tell they were kind of missing him there towards the end as somebody who can really take the game over. Noah goes 7 of 10 from the field. RJ, really nice game by him, 10 of 13. What really hurt SNU was the free throw line, 8 of 16, only 50% at the free throw line. And against quality competition, GAC, that is not going to get it done when you shoot that poorly at the free throw line. We're going to have Adam Bohach coming up here shortly and get his thoughts on tonight's contest. But, yeah, kind of, definitely surprised by the outcome. I don't think, as we said, do we think Arkansas Tech is a 2-10 and 0-6 team? I don't think a lot of people thought that coming into this game. And I know, talking with the coaching staff and the players, a lot of them did not believe that either, that, this team, had their struggles and everything. But, as we said, Tech didn't look like that at all, and, they were hungry to finally get a win, and they were finally able to do so. And it comes at the expense of Southern Nazarene. As we said, though, however, there will be a second meeting of these two teams. They will meet again, and it will be in Bethany. And it is a whole different monster when you come to the Sawyer Center, a place where SNU's won 22 straight. And they will meet again in February on the 23rd at 3 p.m. in Bethany, and that is where the two teams will get set to face off again. As we get you prepared, the next game, as we said, SNU is going to take on Harding next. They'll head over to Searcy, Arkansas, and they will have a doubleheader starting at 1 p.m. They will have the women start off, and then 3 p.m. For the men. And as we said, we'll wait here momentarily for head coach Adam Bohach. And he's actually coming this way right now. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with head coach Adam Bohach. Here with head coach Adam Bohach. Tough loss for the Crimson Storm. They fall at Arkansas Tech, 85-74. Tough night, coach. I mean, first thing, obviously, Arkansas Tech played a great game and shot really well. You got to give them the credit as far as what they were able to do, especially in that first half.
Yeah, they did. They're really good on offense, and several of them made plays and jumped up and made big baskets tonight. And some of that was us not maybe being ready to go and not executing just how we wanted to defensively, and then some of that is just really good shot making and really good plays by Arkansas Tech.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about some of the performances tonight. You know, Noah goes for 18 points tonight. RJ has a nice night off the bench, goes for 21 points, 10 of 13 shooting. Just talk about what they were able to give, RJ especially off the bench, but what you were able to kind of do at times in the paint.
Yeah, that's where the advantage was, and we sure didn't show much poise getting the ball in there. But RJ finished some balls around the basket after maybe not a great beginning to the game. That was really good for him to get it on track, and was maybe our most active and productive guy there for a large portion, maybe the last 25 minutes or so of that game. And then Noah, he had some flashes there and some moments, especially on the old glass. But again, we didn't do a very good job of getting it in there. And they scored it at the rim really easily on us. Glasper's super slippery, and he had some finishes just right over the top of Noah, right around Noah and RJ, where I just didn't think we were very good, guarding the basket.
We know this is a tough conference, and we know, we had kind of talked off air at time with Arkansas Tech, and, their record may not look great, but, that is a solid basketball team that you guys played today. What can you take from this game just about, having to be prepared every time you hit the floor?
Yeah, we respected these guys, James. I mean, the guys know that Glasper is tremendous, and several of these guys can really, really play. And their record is what it was, but they've only played 2 home games. I think they lost by 1, and then they lost to Southern Arkansas, who – is as good or better than anybody in our league. So, their record is a little bit of fool's gold there against them. And it certainly doesn't say the talent they have. And, again, they're really good in this building, and they were really good tonight.
Absolutely. And so now you guys can refocus and get ready for Harding. It's going to be another tough contest in another tough venue. Just talk about looking forward to that contest on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how we respond. I thought, for as poorly as we played, and we did, and again, give Tech all the credit. I was proud of us not folding shop, and we were saying the right things and trying hard. It's just hard when you're not ready to go from the beginning. It's hard to get that back on track, especially on the road. So I'm really excited to see how we respond. I know we'll respond positively, and we'll need to going into Harding on Saturday.
And that's where we'll be on Saturday afternoon, 1 and 3 o'clock. The women will lead it off at 1, followed by the men at 3. Southern Nazarene will look to bounce back as they'll take on Harding. Again, that men's game will be at 3. The women will lead it off at 1. Adam, thank you for your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys play again on Saturday. We're going to close shop here. Thank you for tuning into tonight's broadcast on SNUathletics.com. This has been James Hill, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.